Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do the collective, the Crow Collective, for today. Today is Friday. It is April 24th. Wait, 24th, 25th? What is today? Of course, my phone doesn't ever give me the frickin' date, you guys. It drives me nuts. April 24th. Oh my gosh. 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use the Urban Crow Oracle by M.J. Cullinane. I'm looking in the, it looks like my cheek is puffier than this cheek. I don't know. It looks more red too. I don't know. It's not that I really care if it looks awkward. It's just the fact, like, how did it get that way? Did I get stung by something? Did I get bitten by something? Like, why? And that's just my little mole. 2 on the table. Uh-oh. Okay, 3 on the table, even though I don't know what the hell it is because it fell on the floor. 4 on the table. Okay. So this is interesting. Somebody is looking at another person because they're interested in this person. They're watching someone they're interested in. But while they're watching this person that they're interested in, they feel like this person has too much interest in themselves. I hope nobody's watching me because they get the same damn thing. That's Kim. She only thinks about herself. 2 more shuffles. I mean, not really, but still, like, I spend a lot of time with myself. I'm self-confident. Or is it self-confident? I'm confident. I take care of myself. I'm happy on my own. Like, people probably look at me and just cringe. I'm talking unhealing people, obviously, but still. We got 6 with bottom of the deck. Self-interest. The anomaly. Abundance. Perspective. Nature. And bottom of the deck is observation. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. Like I said, somebody is looking at another person because they're very interested in them. They're watching them. But the thing is they're watching this person and they're under the impression that whoever this anomaly is, they're only interested in themselves. And they're the hell is that noise? Whoever's watching this anomaly, whoever's watching this person feels like there's nobody else like them. And they feel like this person has an abundance unlike anybody else's. And you guys know I talk about this all the time. Abundance is what you believe it to be for you. Everybody is completely different, okay? Like somebody is watching this person and believing them to be abundant, but believing that like their life is rich with what they make of it, and this is what they make of it. And it's different. Like whoever is watching this person, they just think that this person is so different. Like there's something different about them. Because it's like, I keep hearing one of a kind abundance, one of a kind abundance. And an anomaly is one of a kind, right? Like it's, it's the anomaly, it's, rare. I think I've told you guys this before. I'm seeing it, so I'm going to say it because I was looking at it this morning. I almost wore it to work. I bought a hoodie from the reader that is the only reader that ever did a full reading for me, and that was June 8th, 2023. She did a full reading for me. I think it was like 80 something bucks with tax and all that. It was an hour. It could have went over an hour. Like she offered like some free extra time because she didn't have another client. But I was like, no, I don't want to infringe. And you know what I mean? Like she charges $80 an hour, whatever it was. Like we'll do an hour, like I didn't want to take up any more of her time. But I bought a hooded sweatshirt, and it's like a lilac kind of color, pale lilac, and it has a picture of a diamond, and underneath it says real is rare. Okay, it is one of my favorite hoodies. I kid you not. Like I love that hoodie. I hardly ever wear it because I love that hoodie. Like I'm afraid of getting stains on it. I'm afraid it's going to rip and tear and get old. I love that freaking hoodie. And I think, I'm not going to lie, it was pretty pricey. I want to say like $50, $60 for that hoodie, I think. Anyway, I was thinking about it, so I just, the real is rare is what's standing out to me for whomever this anomaly is. Because again, whoever is watching this anomaly, they're looking at them as one of a kind, but they're looking at whatever they make of themselves, whatever they do for themselves, whatever their abundance is like one of a kind. It's almost like, and I'm just going to give you an example, okay? So this person is watching this anomaly, and this anomaly's abundance is helping the poor, okay? Like they love to do that. This brings them peace and joy. They consider that their abundance. This person that's watching them has never seen that before. They're like, well, what do you mean that's what brings you joy? Like you're giving, you're not getting anything. How does that bring you any joy? And then they realize when you're an empathetic, compassionate human being, you're going to find joy in things like that. You're going to find joy and peace and love and harmony and all that jazz. Faith, hope in giving to others. Everybody in this world should be giving back in some form or fashion. Something. I'm not saying you have to do it every day, all day. I'm not even saying you have to spend money. Do a good deed, pass it on, kind of thing. Whatever you can do. But everybody should be putting that energy out there all the time. And it's almost like whoever this person is that's watching, like they've never seen that. And it might be like that never seen that, but they never looked at a person the way that they look at this anomaly and also registered everything that they do for themselves and for others quite the way that they see it when they look at this anomaly. One of a kind abundance, real is rare. That's what it is. Because sometimes that's what it is for this person. They're watching this person do this, and it's not that they've never seen people give before, right? Donate, give their time, give their money, whatever. It's that they never really thought that the people that they witnessed giving before were doing it kind of like altruistically, right? I've used that word before. Altruistically means like you give without expecting anything back. You give. It's supposed to be the idea that you give. It's not an altruistic act if you give and you feel good about it, which is stupid because I've told you guys before, like, you should feel good when you give back. That, otherwise why would you do it? You should feel good. If you feel good, then the whole situation is good, and then the world is good. Like, maybe altruistic wasn't the right word. Like, they've never seen somebody give before and then not make a comment about like I did my good deed for the year, or like kind of like that, like, well, I did what I have to and now I'm done, like I do this once a month and that's it, like then my conscience is clear. It's almost like doing something because you believe it. Actually, it is you're doing something because you believe it makes you look good. I don't think somebody has ever really seen somebody do something good just because they wanted to do something good. They didn't care if they got anything back. They didn't care if it made them look good. Like, they did good deeds when no one was watching. You know what I mean? And I don't think, other than watching this anomaly, I don't think they've ever seen that. It's funny because I think I've touched on this before, because I think I told you guys, like, lately I've gotten very quiet about my goings on in my life. Like, I don't really share a lot with everybody. I share with you guys because usually it's part of the story and, just keep you updated. But I don't do that with like work colleagues. Even with my dad and my brother, I don't necessarily tell them everything I have going on. I don't want the bad vibes. I don't want anybody going home and snickering behind my back. Like, I just don't want it. The negative energy out there is absolutely just insane. And I would just rather not. I don't want to be a party to it. I don't want to do it. Like, like anyway, I've kept, things quiet to the point where, like, even today I had a coworker, and a nice guy, an older guy, a little bit older than me, 15, 16 years older than me. I asked him what he was doing this weekend, and I pretty much always ask him. And he was talking to me about what his plans were and all. As long as the weather's nice, he's going to be outside doing it, working in his yard, working on his driveway, that kind of thing. And I was like, oh, okay, that sounds nice. And then I go to walk away thinking like, oh, yes, I made it. Like, he's not going to ask me. And then all of a sudden he turns around and he's like, oh, wait, what are you doing this weekend? And I was like, damn it. So I kept it as simple as I possibly could. I said I was going to a bookstore tomorrow for Independent Booksellers Day. And, which I believe they celebrate all over the country if you're in the US. I'm in the Midwest, I'm in Northern Illinois, and there is a whole slew of independent bookstores that kind of came together, Northern Illinois, Southern Wisconsin as well, to kind of like create like a little map and everything, like for Independent Bookseller Day, so that, like if I wanted to, I could pull up this map on one of the websites. I actually have it paper form because I got it from one of the bookstores like 2 weeks ago. And I can jump in my car and I can drive around from bookstore to bookstore on Independent Bookseller Day. I have not bought a book from Barnes and Noble in I don't know how long. I'm just gonna say. I was typically buying books from Amazon, and I bought all of my like spiritual and my spell books and stuff. I actually bought from Amazon, but now that I know where some of these other bookstores are, I can actually go and just support a local business. Even if it means I pay more for the book, I'll just buy one less book. I'm still going to buy the book eventually. I'll just buy one less. It's no big deal. But I told him I'm doing that tomorrow, and then I said dinner with my dad because his birthday was yesterday. And he goes, "Oh, where are you going to dinner?" And I told him Portillo's. And then I got talking about the cake shake. And then we laughed a little bit, and then I left. And I didn't give him any more information because I'm not talking about dating. I mean, I'm not dating, but I'm not talking about dating. I'm not talking about my walking, my workouts. I'm not talking about my cats with anybody. At least nothing specifically with my cats. I'm not talking about my home. I'm not talking about my gym. Like I'm just not. I'm just not sharing anything. And it was funny because when he asked me, "Well, what are you doing this weekend?" I got this feeling and like feeling inside me, like, "Oh, don't answer that." Like I just didn't want to answer. Because now I'm at the point where I don't give a shit. Whereas before I would love to get on Facebook and be like, "Oh yeah, I took 3 classes online this month and passed all of them. Oh yeah, I started, my gym in my garage," and I would post pictures, and I'm all like proud and happy and excited. And then I realized, like, why am I sharing this shit? Do they really need to know this? Like, if I meet a friend for lunch and it comes up in conversation, fabulous. But if not, do I really need to share this? Do I really need every person knowing everything about my business? And now I'm at the point where I just don't want to share. I don't want to share anything with anybody, honestly. You know, which is, I mean, it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing depending on how you look at it. I don't know why I got into that rant. I don't know who this is. It says somebody's in my contacts is on TikTok, and it gave me a name, but it doesn't match anybody. The fact that this person views this anomaly this way and sees them how like they never seen another person before, basically, it's totally changed their perspective. And it's not on nature, it's human nature. It's like this person's perspective on like giving and sacrifice and donation and charity and things like that. Giving of time, helping others out, good deeds, be better, do better. Like it's really changed their opinion, their thoughts on that. And it's really making them look at themselves, if you want me to be honest. Because I got to tell you, this self-interest card, it's like threefold in this reading. It's like this person is interested in this anomaly who is supposedly only interested in themselves. And also, this person is interested in almost like um not when you're a mentor, but when you're a student. Isn't there like another name for that? You're studenting, ting ting. Anyway, this person like now has an interest in basically learning whatever this anomaly has to teach. And it's not even necessarily that they're teaching, it's just that the fact that they're watching them and they're watching them do things and they're like, wow, like I want to be like that. I want to do things like that. I want to help people. I want to, be a humanitarian. I want to do things for the world. And with also with the nature card, whoever this person is, they could have been so far removed from that. Like this could be somebody that like would never think to donate an old coat to the Salvation Army. Would never think to put, or like like when you go to the grocery store and they're like, "Hey, do you want to round up and donate, the rest of the dollar to such and such?" Like they would never think to do that. They would be like, "No, that's okay." I do that all the time. It was funny because when I was going to Fannie Mae at Christmas to buy Christmas candy and I think New Year candy, every time I went in there, they asked me if I wanted to donate to St. Jude. And they said, "Do you want to round up to donate?" And I said, "No, but can I donate like an amount?" And she's like, "Yeah, you can donate an amount." So I think twice I donated $5 and once I donated 10. Or maybe it was once 5 and once 10. I can't remember how many times I went in there. I think I went in there three times. Now, I already donate to St. Jude every month. But when I went in there and they're like, "Hey, do you want to donate?" I just figured, okay, well, we'll up the ante. We'll up the pot for Christmas, like here's some extra bonus money, like Merry Christmas. Do something good with it. But if this person were watching me do that, they would be shocked. They would be like, you give you give extra money at the grocery store when you're buying your groceries. You go out and buy a pound of candy and you give someone $1. Like like this person, it's changing their whole perspective and it's really making them want to change themselves. I like that. I like that. Whoever this anomaly is, they're a teacher, whether they know it or not. All these noises. I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to let you take what you will from it if it resonates. Um, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were entertained. I hope everybody has a lovely Friday evening. It is the weekend, in case you didn't notice. Just a reminder for you guys, I will be on and off tomorrow doing readings, affirmations in the morning. Sunday, I actually got asked to come in for some overtime. I was shocked. So I'm going to go in and do some overtime at work. I will do affirmations in the morning, but more than likely I won't do any readings in the evening. Just a reminder for you guys. Again, I hope everybody has a good night, and I'll talk to you later.